Meanwhile, up on the grassy knoll at Lincoln Center again, let's review Lincoln Center again. Here's the grassy knoll and the campus of Lincoln Center. There's our theater. Ragtime. It is Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., week 2. So I'm going to try to get other people out of my backgrounds. Week 2 of tech. Yesterday was 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Today will be 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tomorrow will be 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then Friday is our first audience. We'll be in at 9 a.m. and then we'll do the show till 11 p.m. So, all right. And then Saturday we only do one performance because we're in previews. So we'll probably be doing the same, working through from 9 a.m. to a show at 8. Interesting that we do 8 o'clock shows up here a lot of nights of the week, whereas most of Broadway down in Midtown is doing 7 o'clocks. So our long show starts later, but I don't know where I gotta be. The cats don't know what time it is. So it's going well. We're deep into Act 2 now. My guys are at a point in the show where my guys don't change anymore, and most of them are off stage till the end. So I'm just kind of hanging tough while other people are changing and doing, and they're, setting the show. This is actually meant to be a Caissie Levy appreciation post. This woman, Caissie Levy, I met her on Leopoldstadt. I adore her. She was married to my Brandon Uranowitz in Leopoldstadt, and what's interesting is their characters marry in this piece too. Boy, can this woman sing and act, and she's just a gift. So in Ragtime, she's playing Mother, who has this epic 11 o'clock song called We Can Never Go Back to Before. Look it up online. It's a stunning piece, originally performed by the late, brilliant Marin Mazzie in the original production, and Caissie is doing such beautiful things with the song. So today we got to the tech of that part of the show, and it is wow. And a lot of the visual and everything leading up to it and around it and through that number. We have some visual, stunning moments in this show. So that's been pretty cool to see. Now, the other thing with Caissie, she originated the role of Elsa when Frozen was on Broadway. She was the let it go, let it go, let it go. Amazing. That's before I met her. Then we did Leopoldstadt. After Leopoldstadt, she went to the UK and performed a revival of the musical Next to Normal. And if you don't know that show, buckle up. It is basically a pop rock score, very much sung as opposed to spoken. A woman with mental illness and the effects on her and her family. Boy, it's a challenging piece. And she did it there. Right after Leopoldstadt, I was like, the idea of doing the very challenging Leopoldstadt, if you've forgotten or I never said, that you didn't hear me say, was a story about Viennese Jews and the Holocaust. It was exceptionally emotionally taxing to do. And she went right from that to this other exceptionally emotionally taxing role. And that was recorded. If you can find it, I don't know where it's streaming now. At one point, they did air it on PBS, and I got to watch and just sat there yelling at my TV, what the fuck, Caissie Levy, how are you doing this? And message her to say, like, how did you do that? And 8 times a week, no less. Whoa. So she's astounding. So to get to sit out in the house today while they were, we're creeping, tech creeps. You stop, you go back, you stop, you go back. But to see her, get through her big number several times in pieces, but then to really from start to finish just do it. And this isn't even performance level. Everyone's, showing their stuff to get all the departments to see what it's going to be, but you have to vocally protect yourself when you're going to do it over and over, and it's these long days for them as well. But even at that, it's ravishing. It truly is. So this is an absolutely love letter to Caissie Levy, who also just is a brilliant human being. I just adore her. I am so thrilled to be reunited with her and working with her again, and to be with her and Brandon, to reunite our little Leopoldstadt family in this new shtetl of ours. So what a gift. So okay, it's almost 6:30, time to go back inside. One of my guys is going to get dressed and sit around for probably an hour before he's called to the stage, while the other 2 will roll in and sit around probably for 3 or more hours before they have to go do the end of the show. We're hoping to get to the end today. The other thing is sometimes a show, before it goes into previews, we'll do an invited dress rehearsal. And that is our chance for the community. Most people in the company would be offered two free tickets. Very often they're not even assigned seats, so everybody lines up outside the theater early to just get in and get their seats. And our friends get to welcome us to the neighborhood. It's a special performance when you do an invited dress. You're never going to get a happier, more supportive, more joyous audience than your invited dress. It's a big love letter of welcome, welcome, welcome to the neighborhood, to a new show. But if a show is behind its schedule, or for a million various reasons, you may or may not do that. Well, we're not doing that. And mostly because we are such a huge show that by the time we get through, if God willing, we get through to the curtain call tonight, tomorrow it'll be essential that tomorrow we work through Act 2, which we have not done. We work through Act 1 and then we move right into Act 2. So to run Act 2 start to finish tomorrow, and then hopefully tomorrow night do an end-to-end Act 1 and Act 2 with possible stumbling and stopping is essential for us before an audience on Friday night. So no invited dress for this show. Oh well. So anyways, okay, that's all. I'm going inside now before it rains on me or something, and I'll sit inside until midnight doing not a lot. Okay.